Hi guys, good morning. It is Sunday morning, August 25th, 2024, and I wanted to start by thanking Hashem publicly for the events over the weekend. What am I talking about? The fact that RFK Jr. and Donald Trump forged a public alliance. Those of us following the Q plan understand that they have been working together behind the scenes for a very long time to liberate humanity from the clutches of the dark forces. But the fact that they came out on stage together for the world to see tells me that we are all systems go, that we are standing on the precipice of full-blown Geula. Which brings me to what I really want to share with you guys. I want to recap what I discovered in my last class, last Thursday in my Kabbalah class, after having read a book called Unlocking the Secrets of the Erev Rav by Rivka Levi. Unlocking the Secrets of the Erev Rav by Rivka Levi. It is on Amazon. It is a must-read. I understood two things from this book, two new things that I want to share with you guys to give you a renewed sense of hope, a reinvigoration that you'll be able to wait. We've been waiting so long. But once you understand the shortcuts that humanity took to get us to this point, you will have a renewed sense of purpose, of hope, of exhilaration, just like I did. I learned from Rivka Levi, from this book, that the Torah was only supposed to be given after 1,000 generations. When was the Torah given? After 26 generations. We took a massive timeline quantum leap over 974 generations, which translates roughly to about 20,000 years. How did we spare ourselves all that time? And these are the two answers that came to me. Number one, the Jewish people were willing to take the yoke of Torah, to abide by the 613 precepts that dictate our physical life here on earth. No other nation in any other created world, and there were thousands of worlds created and destroyed, was ever willing to say Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear. We will unconditionally do what the Torah says and wait to hear the reason why. We don't need to know the reason. We will do. When Hashem saw a nation willing to do this, we skipped over 974 generations. The second timeline jump that we took was when Moses took the Erev Rav, the evil demonic forces, out of Egypt alongside the Jewish people. When they left Egypt, they left with the sorcerers, the magicians, the dark forces. And Moses went against the advice of God in doing this. God was like, don't do this. And Moses was like, we are doing this. We are going to submerge ourselves in the dark. We're going to live with the dark energy inside of us, chopped up and placed inside each of us and external to us. We're going to fast track it. We're not going to lag this out over thousands of years. We're going to get this done in a compressed, compacted, turbulent as possible. We are not going to take the long way. We're going to take the short way to get to Geula by having an iteration, an incarnation of Erev Rav in every single generation. Have humanity be persecuted, traumatized, without reprieve in every single generation. Moses agreed to this on our behalf. And looking back, I'm grateful to him because he understood that God will be super impressed with our ability to maintain the Torah, to maintain human dignity under the hardest, most compacted, traumatic circumstances, and we still maintained our connection to God throughout. will be the most precious thing to God. We also understand that these energies originated from Adam when he sinned. He made himself susceptible to the dark forces when he ate from the tree. And this I never knew either. I learned this from the Zohar, that when he saw that Cain killed Abel, he became depressed. He separated from Eve for 130 years. During those 130 years, he got together with a seductress, a demonic seductress named Lilith. She is the mother of the Erev, the mother of all the dark forces on the planet. And he did the worst thing in God's eyes. The most painful thing to God is the wasting of seed, is sexual perversion, is to take something holy that creates life and degrade it. And this was the job of humanity, to rectify that sin of wasted seed for 130 years. And the Jewish souls originate from that wasted seed, and the Erev Rav souls originate from that wasted seed. The difference being that the Jewish souls of today are further along the rectification process than the Erev Rav souls today. The best thing that we can do right now is to continue to work on any dark forces that we have inside of us, because we all agreed to chop up this energy and have it be inside and outside. This was the contracted timeline, to get rid of these forces as quickly as possible by taking them on within and without, by experiencing them inside of us and outside of us. The best way to dissolve the dark energies, to recapture, to transmute them back to the side of light, is to work on any negative traits you have inside of you, and to look at the dark energies who tried to disconnect us from God with love, with appreciation, for getting us to this point quickly. And when we send them love and light, specifically by saying 10 Psalms called the Tikkun HaKlali, revealed to us by Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, is a special formula to help those dark energies recover themselves back to the side of light. When we look at them with light, when we send them our prayers, we empower and strengthen them to come back to the side of light and retrieve more of that lost holy energy back to the side of holiness. Once we understand the shortcuts that we took, once we understand that we spared ourselves a good 20,000 years by accepting the Torah early, by agreeing to take on the Erev Rav energies inside of us and live with them outside of us in every generation, in an accelerated timeline, not a long drawn out timeline, but literally with that reprieve, boom, 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 every generation, no break from the Erev Rav. We understand what Moshe's deal was he hatched with God by taking this Erev Rav enemy out of Egypt. Moses put us on the most fast-tracked, eventful, difficult timeline. But Moshe had faith in us that even in this difficult, accelerated whirlwind of a timeline, where we are surrounded with these enemies and these energies from within and from without, Moshe Rabbeinu had faith in us that we would not only stay connected to Hashem, not only keep the Torah alive, he understood that we would thrive, that humanity would thrive under that kind of pressure, inside the pressure cooker, and forge the kind of bond with God that can only be forged inside the heat of suffering. And it has brought us to this point of winning. Winning, winning, winning. As Donald Trump says, we can't stop winning. We will get sick of winning. And we are here, and we have seen over this past weekend with RFK Jr., whose whole sole mission is to help the children who have been poisoned by this enemy of mankind. All he wants to do is help the children. He has joined forces with Donald Trump, who is the first person to put himself between humanity and the dark forces in the most global way. The fact that these two got together shows us that our 2 timeline jumps have been worth it. And we have arrived at the destination 20,000 years early. So you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the last mile. Mwah. Have a great day.